people to be pulling weight. I've been seeing all the guys, the ones that are straight when they're trying to get a girl to stay. 'Cause every single minute of every day they'll be looking for another date. Find them loving on the phone, sitting loving on the phone with another love another day. I see them and they say, I saw you looking, it said under your name. Draw me a follow 'cause you wanna hear me say, you I see on the phone, I can't leave it alone 'cause I need to see you, I need it to be you.
Wait! I forgot to cancel the bouncy castle. Good evening from Salisbury Playhouse here in Wiltshire, and welcome to Shift Now.
Over the next 90 minutes, we will be entertaining you with some of the best young talent Wiltshire has to offer.
We have some exclusive interviews with members of Wiltshire Creative, including our artistic director, captain of the ship, Gareth Machin, and members of our board.
We will be announcing some of the great projects that are coming up in the next couple of months, as well as announcing the recipient of the Shift Development Fund, £5,000 worth of funding for an emerging company to create new work aimed at young people.
We have an incredible lineup of young bands and musicians who will be performing for us a little bit later on.
And we are so pleased to be here in the heart of Salisbury in the Playhouse, which was first built in 1976.
Salisbury Playhouse has sat at the heart of the Salisbury cultural landscape since its opening, and we are so lucky to be presenting this special event direct from the theatre, which has been closed to the public due to government COVID restrictions.
Of course, this evening's special event follows strict social distancing guidelines, and all of us here are adhering to COVID regulations to help keep us safe.
Please don't sneeze on me, Kate.
I'll try not to.
We know how incredibly difficult this past year has been for many people across Wiltshire, and indeed the entire world. So we want you to have the night off. Sit back, grab some popcorn, get on social media,
using hashtag #ShiftNow.
and join us as we celebrate the voices of young people.
Shift is our brand new project amplifying young voices through the arts. It combines multiple art forms and aims to show the best that young people of Wiltshire has to offer.
Shift is created by over 200 young people and involves over 1,000 young people in Wiltshire. Wiltshire Creative has provided 6 different job opportunities to young people, including 2 associate artists,
That's us.
a workshop assistant, a marketing and admin assistant, a young filmmaker and a videographer who is filming this right now, all of whom are under 25.
We have also been able to offer work experience to Wiltshire College's performing arts, production arts, media and music courses here at Salisbury Playhouse. This is an incredible achievement in such a short space of time, and we are really proud of what we have achieved so far.
Now, enough of us. To open our evening, we have 3 amazingly talented musicians from right here in Salisbury. Alfie, Dan and James are a fresh and exciting 3-piece indie rock band who have recently released their new single, which they are going to perform for us. It's titled Out to Sea. These boys know how to do Britpop. Shift is now presenting Signature Vision. As part of the recovery programme here at Wiltshire Creative, I caught up with Gareth Machin, our artistic director, to talk about plans for the future and how Shift is a vital piece of work that inspires change. Hi, thanks for joining me. So for people watching this, the Shift programme is our new programme amplifying young voices. I think it was something that was prepared prior to COVID, the Shift programme. I just wanted to ask you, how do you think the pandemic has affected the programme? And do you think it's more relevant now than at any other point?
I suppose as part of our broader commitment to diversity, we want this organisation to be open, to be accessible, to be inclusive to everybody in our community. And I think that we recognise that although I think there have always been brilliant pathways through the organisation, I think there has always been a really strong offer. I'm not sure that we've necessarily been listening and talking to young people in the way that we could and should have done. And I think we recognised that and wanted to address that and to bring different voices into the heart of the organisation to help shift the way we think. For me, this is not a project about a particular event or a particular moment. It's about shifting the culture of the organisation. I think you're right. I think the pandemic has increased the urgency of that, because I think young people have disproportionately suffered more as a result, and that will continue to be the case as well. I think older generations will re-establish some sort of normality a lot quicker than younger people will, and we want to be engaged, be part of the conversation, and to support in whatever way we as an arts organisation can.
Yeah, which is really exciting, and I think we're all really grateful and aware that it's a major step for an organisation to be as open and transparent as Wiltshire Creative is at the moment, I think, with the Shift project. You mentioned that it's about changing the culture of the organisation. How do you see Shift fitting into the future plans of Wiltshire Creative?
I suppose for me, Shift gives us an opportunity to view what the organisation looks like through a young person's eyes. I mean, it's almost as important as the work we do as what the experience of engaging with us is, whether that's digitally or whether it's in person coming into the spaces. So I hope that the Shift project will kick-start a re-evaluation and a reinvention of all of that. But it's also about the way we plan, the conversations we have, the questions we ask ourselves, the balance we strike within the programme. And in a way what's quite exciting is that you can't entirely quantify. You can't say, well, this project will happen then, and then that's done.
Yeah.
It's excitingly unknown what the outcomes will be in 2-3 years' time.
Amazing, that's great. To close, I wonder if we could discuss what we have to celebrate and look forward to at Wiltshire Creative in the coming months and maybe further ahead.
Well, I'm going to cling to your word "celebrate," but I will put that into the context of course, we're still in a very, very uncertain time.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly what we're going to be able to offer, when we're going to be able to offer, and in what context. But I think what we're trying very hard to do, certainly over the next 3 to 4 months, is plan a whole range of different activities, some of which is digital, some of which is outdoors, some of which is indoors, happening all over the city, and indeed some of it outside the city, so that we can be agile, because I think that's the key thing at the moment is being able to respond quickly to a very fluctuating landscape. Hopefully we can deliver the full programme that we've got lined up, but even if we can only deliver part of it, hopefully that will still be exciting. There will be strands of work that people will recognise from previous years. There'll be new projects, new artists coming into the city across all the different art forms. And then as we go into the autumn, we'll be looking to re-establish a kind of core drama programme here at the Playhouse, which is obviously a big part of what we do. Looking at plans for Christmas, and of course looking further ahead into 2022 and thinking about what our audience will want to see as hopefully we come out of this. And we want to be there, and we want to be making and presenting the work that people want to see.
Yeah.
So there's a lot being planned, and we will hopefully be able to celebrate. And we're just looking forward to seeing our audiences again.
Amazing. It's all very exciting, very exciting. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure.
You can tell Harrison had his best shirt on for that, but forgot to do his hair. Over Easter, as part of the SHIFT programme, we began to create a SHIFT manifesto, which is a series of pledges aimed at young people in the community.
I'm going to get you back for that one. We hope that this piece of work will serve as a launchpad for the organisation to follow and serve as a key tool for change.
So, it's time to see what we've been up to. Let's roll the montage. We are so excited to be able to share with you our plan for the manifesto. We endeavour to provide a statement of our commitment to the young people in the community and to allow them to have a voice and a platform within the arts.
Working with our amazing young ambassadors, we will create this manifesto that serves the people in our community. We will then work throughout the SHIFT project to honour those commitments.
We are also so excited to announce that we are working with Tallowa Theatre Company. Tallowa is the leading Black British theatre company, and they will be working with our young ambassadors to learn about the unconscious bias and how this can affect our decision making.
All together, working with our great graphic designer, James, from Volley Design, we will create the manifesto that brings hope and excitement and drives future change. The SHIFT manifesto headlines are: there is no age limit for the arts. The arts are a diverse sector with a wide spectrum of careers. An arts career is valid. Challenge the ways that the arts are represented in educational institutions. Create open lines of communication between generations. Challenge how young people are represented in the local community and media. We'd like to say a huge thank you to Tallowa Theatre Company, James from Volley Design, and our amazing young ambassadors who openly shared their thoughts for this manifesto. Well done, guys.
We really do hope that this key piece of work will be used as a reference point for engaging with young people in the community that Wiltshire Creative serves.
Now, it's time for a bit more music. This duo are a rock and roll band who write songs about things they think people should talk about. Fleur and Berwick are driven by social events around us and have a unique style between punk and rock. SHIFT is now presenting The Facilitators.
I got cause you know you've got something to do. Pull yourself together, stop just looking at the weather, because all of this depends on you. Before I lose my mind, won't you show a little kindness? It's up to you to save our home. Running out of time, nearing the end of the line, and we've got nowhere else to go.
I really want to go and dye my hair now. Fleur, you look amazing. Anyway, Wiltshire Creative is proud to have artist support at the core of what we do. I caught up with Dave Orme, our Associate Director, to find out more about the Artist Support Programme and the Take Part team here at Wiltshire Creative. To start with, would you mind just telling me a little bit about your role in the organisation, what you do, all of that sort of thing?
Yeah, sure. So I am the Associate Director at Wiltshire Creative. I've been working for the organisation for the past, 8 years now. But I've worked here in various roles, from youth theatre director to schools practitioner, and now I'm the associate director. So my role here is to kind of look after the offer that there is for young people in Wiltshire. You know, what it is that we are programming on our stages, what activities we're doing, what's happening in our youth theatre and our other youth groups at Wiltshire Creative, and making sure that offer is accessible and inclusive for them, and something that they want to do, something that speaks to them.
Since we started working, we've been working with the Young Ambassadors, which are a team of 14 to 25-year-olds who are absolutely fantastic, and it's been great to kind of work alongside them. Would you mind telling me a little bit about kind of how they came about, the start of the progress, and what they do as well?
Yeah, the Young Ambassadors started because, when the reason they were created is because we wanted to make sure that young people have a voice within our organisation. And we wanted to make sure that we had more young people coming into the building, more young people taking part, doing stuff and getting involved with the theatre. And I think it's difficult for members of the community to feel that they have a place in a building or an organisation, or that they can engage with an organisation if they don't feel represented. If they don't feel they have representation, then they know it's not for them. And so we wanted to make sure that young people do have a representation in the organisation. So they started out almost as a shadow board, in a sense. They were kind of looking at our programming, telling us what actually they find interesting and actually what they find boring as well. And what they want to do and what they want to see. And then they started meeting with our board of trustees. They started to put together proposals. They started to create their own projects. They've had a massive impact on the SHIFT programme. A lot of the elements of the SHIFT programme come directly from the Young Ambassadors, and as a result of that, we're now actually going to put a young person on the board of trustees. And I'll be really excited to see.
Yeah, that is so important, and it's so exciting that we're kind of taking that step in that direction.
Yeah.
So, for the people watching this, SHIFT is our new programme, amplifying young voices through the arts. Could you just tell me a little bit about how you got into the arts and any advice that you might have for people looking to pursue a career in the industry?
I was very lucky in that I had people who supported me and people who went above and beyond the call of duty just totally out. That's what got me into the arts is people. And if you want to get into the arts, really just go for it, you know, and don't accept limitations, but also engage with people.
So do you think that's why programmes like Shift are so important now? Because of everything you just talked about, now is the time to speak up more and give those young voices a platform?
Yeah, that's the whole point of Shift. Like, it's time for us to take a step back and to let young people have their voice and to give them that platform and to say that as an organisation, as an arts sector, we are behind them and we support them, you know. And Shift is as well about having, you know, giving young people the role of leaders, because I think there's a lot of things that we need to do in response to this current situation. You know, the arts are in a very dangerous place right now, and we have people like individual artists, freelance artists, who are really suffering and who are struggling, and it's difficult for them. And as organisations with buildings and with resources, we need to make sure that we are doing everything we can to put money into those freelance artists and resources and support and energy into those freelance artists. Because if, when all of this is over and buildings can open up again, what's the point if there are no more artists out there? And we want young people to lead the charge on that, to kind of go, yes, this is great, but you know, young people will lead that conversation going forward, naturally with our support, of course.
Well, thank you, Dave. That's been really insightful and really interesting, and there's some very exciting things there.
Yeah.
Dave, it's been lovely to chat to you.
Yeah, cheers, thank you.
Have you always dreamed of drama school, but been held back by the financial barriers? Do you have a passion for performing arts, but the training seems out of reach? If you answered yes to these questions, then we might have a solution for you. We are partnering with Dancing Ledge Productions to provide a drama school bursary to support a young person to study. This bursary is in memory of Dawn Sturges, who sadly lost her life following the Salisbury Novichok attack in 2018. The Dawn Sturges bursary will provide £30,000 to help cover maintenance costs while studying. We all completely understand how tricky it is to study at drama school because of the financial implications involved, which is why this is a fantastic opportunity to enable someone to follow their dream who would usually be restricted. This bursary is presented by Wiltshire Creative and Dancing Ledge Productions, so please keep an eye out for more information, which will be shared over the coming months.
As part of our wider artist support programme and as part of Shift, we are pleased to announce the Shift Development Fund.
As Harrison mentioned earlier, we are providing £5,000 to an emerging company to create a new piece of work aimed at young people. After an extensive application process, we are very excited to announce the recipient of the Shift Development Fund.
I feel like I'm about to present an Oscar.
Yeah, but sadly there isn't any trophy, just support, funding, a wealth of knowledge and expertise to utilise whilst they're in the venue.
OK. Cancel the trophy order with my face on it. Thanks.
I literally give up.
We are so pleased to announce that the recipients of the Shift Development Fund are Mish Sanderson and Ryan Wills. Mish and Ryan will be creating a project drawing on experiences of the region's queer youth and its rich heritage of folk music to create a new canon of songs and ultimately a musical, relevant to the narratives of young people living today. We cannot wait to see what they create and watch them inspire our young creatives around the community.
Talking of young creatives, up next we have a real treat from one of our very own young ambassadors.
Singing an original song here on the Playhouse stage, Shift is now presenting Lucy Coleman of Home from the Unknown.
As the night falls, her skin's torn. She sees herself knocking at locked doors. My questions, suggestions, do none of them follow you home? Infectious affection, hopeless perceptions of you are not alone. Don't you know the fire burns around your soul? It can't get in. I've tried, so it goes. You're safe inside, but you're all alone. I think you built these walls too high, 'cause we'd all quite like to run away and spend our nights next to railways, to see trains go by, see the faces turn away, to see if hers might stay. Ooh, there's energy in silence. All kinds of conflict create this violence. You love her, it's okay. 100 people think that way. Infectious affection, hopeless perceptions of what if we're not all okay. Don't you know the fire burns around your soul? It can't get in. I've tried, so it goes. You're safe inside, but you're all alone. I think you built these walls too high, 'cause we'd all quite like to run away and spend our nights next to railways, to see trains go by, see the faces turn away, to see if hers might stay. Oh, when the feelings fight for right of way, like the cars and bikes on motorways. It's behind your eyes, the voice inside your brain. I hope it whispers, stay, stay, oh, stay, oh, oh, stay, oh, stay.
Thank you so much, Lucy. And we will be hearing more from Lucy and the band a little bit later on. Throughout our time here on the Shift Project, we have been constantly impressed by the young people around us. We have met countless young people who know what they want and aren't afraid to go for it.
Couldn't agree more. Wiltshire Creative has been behind us from the start, from junior roles such as ours all the way up to the Board of Trustees.
I had the opportunity to meet with Darren, one of our trustees, and to find out a little bit more about the board and his thoughts on being a board member.
So, hi Darren, how are you?
Yes, I'm very
Good,
well.
yeah, great.
I was saying earlier, I'm so excited to be in a room with people. It's great.
Yeah.
We're here. We're real.
I wonder if you could start by telling us what your role is as a trustee on the board and how you got involved.
Yeah. So I think the role of a trustee, it's almost in the name. So you're entrusted with the organisation, and that's very much the responsibility that I take and the way I look at it. So the group of trustees are entrusted with the vision of the organisation and the legal responsibility of the organisation. We're there to help shape the vision of the organisation. But the question about what the board is there to do, at its core, we're trusted with the success of the organisation.
Amazing, amazing. And in terms of accessibility, as you said, we know that it can be a very daunting process for many people to who wish to join a board or aspire to join a board. How do you think that recruitment process could be more accessible?
I think for Wiltshire Creative to make its board process more accessible, I guess we could open the net wider and further. So it could be about the sort of question, it's the way that we're asking people to demonstrate experience.
Mm-hmm.
So some people don't have decades worth of experience, they haven't got a range of senior management experience.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that the experience that they have in their own life isn't valid or isn't needed.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, it would be about finding experience in different ways and highlighting it in different ways.
And as we know, diversity is something that is important for a board of trustees, so that it actively represents the community that board serves. What does diversity mean to you, and how is it important for boards generally as a whole, do you think?
I guess that for me, what diversity means is that anybody in our community could look in at our organisation and see that they're represented. So that doesn't just mean from a board level or an executive level, that could mean the work that we're producing, the content that is being put out there, and it doesn't mean they have to see somebody that looks exactly like them, but they can look at the work and look at our organisation and say, I am represented in one way, shape or form.
Yeah.
So Wiltshire Creative absolutely has got a really, really ambitious diversity policy. You can see in some of the work that we produce, the artists that we work for, that diversity is something that the organisation is really conscious of and wants to improve. On a board level though, I think we can do more. I think if you look at a national portfolio organisation, which Wiltshire Creative is, and you look at that across the boards of NPO organisations, the makeup of those boards arguably isn't diverse enough. So currently, looking at my notes here, but 73% of boards are made up of white people. 93% of those people are over the age of 35. Only 7% of people on boards in NPO organisations are disabled. A similar amount are made up of people from the LGBTQI community. Now, if I was looking out at the board, I would be arguably saying, hold on, that isn't diverse enough.
Yeah.
Wiltshire Creative is having those challenging conversations about how we can open up our board, how we can make things how we can make ourselves more accessible, more diverse. And that's why we've taken a conscious choice that our recruitment on our board, we're going to prioritise and look for people that can really help diversify our voices on the board.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the people that you have on the board, but I think it's crucially about perspectives that are brought to the board. If you've got a board of people that all look the same, or all a similar age, who come from a similar background, that's going to project a certain perspective, and that's going to inform the way the organisation is governed. So I think that absolutely at the heart of any great organisation is a diverse board that isn't afraid to challenge, that brings different perspectives, and I think we've got more to do.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. Really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. Thank you.
It is so great to have such strong backing behind us, and I'm so enthused by these plans for the future.
It's so exciting. In partnership with Wiltshire College, we run a fantastic further educational offer in the form of our performance and production arts courses, with students receiving first-class training and guidance from experienced professionals, as well as performance and work experience opportunities here at Wiltshire Creative.
Wiltshire College also run a further education music course, and we are very lucky to have some of these students on stage today to share their talent with you.
Not only this, but the recording, mixing and production has all been carried out by Wiltshire College media and music technology students. This is very exciting. You're about to see a performance that is fully produced end to end by young people aged 16 to 18. Shift is now presenting Wiltshire College.
Without you, sorry, compliments, now does seem to doubt you, even though lost without you. Oh, from the other side, when everything changes, we act like we're strangers. Need someone to listen. I think I drink way too much. I think I need to grow up. Don't care who's coming, no one. Don't care who's coming, no one. Listen, who I say go on. They owe it, so let's go on. Don't care who's coming, no one. Don't care who's coming, no one. Even though I'm awake, got no sleep and it's crying. Wanna give up from trying. So grateful you're mine, and I must admit, train seems harder without you. Sorry, God, but this time does seem to doubt you, even though lost without you. Oh, oh. I think I drink way too much. I think I need to grow up. Don't care who's coming, no one. Don't care who's coming, no one. Listen, who I say go on. They owe it, so let's go on. Don't care who's coming, no one. Don't care who's coming, no one.
So dead inside, felt this way since I was 9 years old. There's something missing from the ticking cogs in my mind. I play this guitar and sit on my bed, nothing said about it. inside, scared of what they might just find in my room. Ignoring calls again, pretending I'm unable to be spoken to. Messy room, messy head, with no energy to fix it. God, it never fades, up all night and sleeping in the day. I try to leave time in the day to talk to you long enough, hoping that you might stay. Oh, watch me contemplate in reality. Nothing's real to me. Nothing's real to me. Too many thoughts, I wanna disappear. I'm struggling to find the words. I wish I could cry, but I'll never let this out. Let this I try to leave time in the day to talk to you long enough, hoping that you might stay. Oh, watch me contemplate in reality. Nothing's real to me. Nothing's real to me. Nothing's real to me. Nothing's real to me. I try to leave time in the day to talk to you long enough, hoping that you might stay. Oh, watch me contemplate in reality. Nothing's real to me. Nothing's real to me. Nothing's real to me.
Hello, old friend, it's been a while since we last spoke. A lot has happened, but I'm sure you already know all the places I've been and all the places I will go. I miss the late night walks and the fires on the beach, both with our guitars and pink, red, rosy cheeks. And now we're both a mess, but we were never really neat. Look at us now, old friend, and see how far we've come. Look at us now, old boy, our work is not yet done. Look at us now, old friend, and see how much we've changed. Because our voices will grow old, but our songs will stay the same. Old friend. Hey there, my friend, I hope you are well and safe. I know your heart, so I know you hope the same. It's funny how life tries to take away what's on your face. Look at us now, old friend, and see how far we've come. Look at us now, old boy, our work is not yet done. Look at us now, old friend, and see how much we've changed. Because our voices will grow old, but our songs will stay the same. Look at us now, old friend, and see how far we've come. Look at us now, old boy, our work is not yet done. Look at us now, old friend, and see how much we've changed. Because our voices will grow old, but our songs will stay the same. Oh yes, our voices will grow old, but our songs will never change. Oh yes, our voices will grow old, but our songs will stay the same. Oh yes, our voices will grow old, but our songs will stay the same. Old friend. Old friend. Hey there, my friend, I hope you are well and safe.
Thank you to the college for all your hard work. It makes me want to be in a band.
I can just imagine you living that rock band tour life.
That would be a dream. Although, having seen your Freddie Mercury impression, Kay, I think you might be the woman for the job.
Well, what can I say? Anyway, I had the honour of chatting to one of our other lovely board members, Helen. We talked about the importance of arts in the South and many other interesting topics. So, I hope you enjoy. If we could just start by telling me a little bit about your involvement with Wiltshire Creative and your connection.
Right, well it goes back quite a long way actually. I was checking up before I came to talk to you, and do you know what? I became a trustee of the Salisbury Playhouse in 2002.
Wow.
It's quite a long time ago.
That's amazing.
I really should be off.
No.
So everything really is time for me to go. So that was 9 years, of which I think I chaired for 5.
So you have some involvement in arts in the Southwest, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. So 2 years ago now, I took on the role of chair of the Arts Council in the Southwest, and I sit on National Council, which I find really interesting and enjoyable. They're a great bunch of people to work with, doing really important work. And yeah, I have to say the first year was very different to the second year, because the first year, of course, I was getting around all over the Southwest, visiting all of the arts venues and meeting lots of people, and this year has been completely
not
different.
the same, all on Zoom.
Yeah. But important work to do.
Yeah, of course. And talking about that important work, what do you feel like is the importance of art in the region, in the Southwest, all of that kind of thing?
It's really interesting because the Arts Council is divided into 5 areas, and I think the Southwest has does have its own particular set of challenges, particularly around rurality and the distances between places. So there's a lot of loneliness and isolation in the southwest actually. I mean, yes, there are some hubs, there are some centres, there are some exciting places, but it's so important, the work that all of the arts organisations do to connect people, to help people to find meaning in life and to interact with each other and all those things that, of course, all the arts do so well. But those distances between places are at their greatest in the southwest, and that's a really important challenge for us to make sure that we are supporting organisations that can reach everyone in our area.
So you talk about the distance being a bit of an issue in the southwest in terms of connections. What else do you feel kind of needs to change in the southwest arts industry? How can we move forward, do you feel?
I think it is fair to say that we all recognise that the most important thing for the arts and creativity across the country to do is to be relevant and to be accessible for everyone. And that fundamentally is the challenge and the goal. And in saying that, there isn't criticism that we fail, but we just recognise that there is always more work to do to make sure that you're reaching everybody in the country.
Yeah, of course, that's really important. Could you tell us what you think the importance of Shift is and how important it is for Wiltshire Creative as an organisation as a whole?
I think it's absolutely crucial and very, very timely. I think it's very important for us all to recognise that we cannot resume life as an arts organisation from where we were before. We have to have changed. We have to recognise that we're living in a new world and this organisation needs to reflect that new world. And you guys are absolutely crucial, and Shift is absolutely crucial to informing what that is, what the shape of the organisation is and how it works going forward. So it's very important and very timely. And hopefully, it's a two-way thing so that actually the organisation will get an enormous amount from this project. But I really hope you get an enormous amount from it.
We will.
As well, and your peer group and those who follow. It's going to leave a fantastic legacy as well.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, thank you so much, Helen. It's been lovely to chat to you. Thank you for joining.
We're grateful that so many people are supporting Shift and are so eager to be involved, and that people are actually trusting us.
I know, crazy. Sadly, we are nearing the end of this fantastic night.
You guys can do better than that. Great.
They hate you.
Oh. But before we go on, we have something very exciting to share with you. Cue Kate and Harrison in a new location.
During some of our early Shift discussions, we decided that we wanted to create a piece of work that conveys to the wider community just how impactful young voices are.
We decided that the best way to do this powerfully was to have as many young people as possible. We wanted to create a piece of artwork collaboratively that unites hundreds of young people together with the common goal of using their art form to speak out about an issue they feel passionate about.
So, we set up the Youth Arts Network. We contacted lots of different youth arts organisations from all around the southwest and asked if they wanted to partner with us on this project.
We are so pleased to announce that lots of organisations came back and were keen to be involved. So we are proud to share with you that we have the honour of working with all of these fantastic organisations throughout the project.
We are overwhelmed by the number of organisations who are coming together to work on this project, amplifying young voices.
All of these groups are currently creating a short 5 to 10 minute piece which focuses on any issue or topic of their choice, using their specialised art form.
And once these pieces have been submitted, we are working with an external filmmaker.
Who's also under 25.
Yes, and she is going to collate all of the submissions into a film, which will be previewed here at the Playhouse.
This film will highlight the importance of youth voice and will be a powerful message to society about the pressing issues and topics that young people feel passionate about.
The individual submissions will also be showcased in full at the Salisbury Arts Centre as a part of our Shift Hub.
And they will also be available online.
We are extremely excited about the work that is being produced, and we can't wait to see what our partners submit and what the final film looks like.
So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for the tickets, because trust me, this is not an event you want to miss.
During one of our meetings with our brilliant young ambassadors, they mentioned that they felt their voices could be heard louder in the community.
The idea of being able to post their thoughts into something where they could get things off their chest.
We absolutely loved this idea that could tell 1,000 stories, as well as amplify their voice.
And so, Off Your Chest was born, a brand new digital hybrid arts project combining digital and physical art forms.
Using this simple idea of posting things, we wanted to gather as many young people's voices as we could to fully capture the thoughts of young people in this incredible moment.
These voices will then be shared across the city, utilising posters, digital installations, theatre and online platforms.
To fully represent the thoughts of young people, these statements will be unedited and will show you a snapshot of young people's thoughts in Wiltshire.
In order to collect these thoughts, we want to ask young people some simple questions such as, what motivates you to get up in the morning and what do you want to get off your chest?
We want all young people in Wiltshire to have their voices shared. This will be done by visiting schools and putting postboxes up around the city for people to submit their responses on their phones.
So, we have the project. Now, all we need is a brilliant friend to join us.
And so, we are pleased to reveal our new friend, Hosty.
Someone's feeling pretty nervous, but not enough to break out a sweat. Another's wondering how they do this, 'cause they're not even holding hands yet.
So keep your eyes peeled for our postbox, who might appear in your school or in a shop window near you. Don't forget to come and say hello and scan the QR code to have your voice amplified.
And they'll play it like musicians when they meet. Wait until we see a pretty looking someone pretty like me, and but I'll run up to you, looking bloody beautiful too, but
We can't wait to share Off Your Chest with you. Don't forget, keep an eye out for our postbox appearing around the city and in schools in the coming months.
It does feel pretty surreal, going from sitting in our bedrooms, planning these events, to actually standing on the Playhouse stage and having our ideas come to life. You know, up until now, I didn't even think that you had legs.
I mean, it doesn't mean that I didn't. I mean, I debated if you were even real.
Thanks, Harrison.
No worries, Kate. On the subject of things that don't feel real, the Shift Hub is now on the website.
Yes, from the 25th of May until the 3rd of July, the Salisbury Arts Centre is transforming into a Shift Hub. It's an opportunity to share all of the work created through the Shift project and to celebrate the voices of young people.
Make sure that you pop down so that you don't miss out. Keep your eyes peeled for other Shift events, which will be launched very soon.
It's been a pleasure to be your host this evening, and we hope that you've enjoyed it just as much as we have.
Thank you to all our fantastic guests, bands, and to our amazing technical team for all your hard work.
Most importantly, thank you to you at home for tuning in and getting involved in Shift Now.
I hope you didn't eat all your popcorn too quickly. We look forward to seeing you in person soon enough.
We can't wait to share more of Shift with you in the coming months.
To close our evening, we have an intimate acoustic performance from our resident youth band. who are an incredible all-female quartet. Lila, Becca, Zophie and Lucy, who you saw earlier, are an indie band combining multiple instrumental themes and some awesome vocal harmonies. Girls really do run the world. Shift is now presenting Home from the Unknown. Good night.
Good night.
This is a song called She Takes It All Away, and we've got the birds singing. We're in the garden. It's very nice. Hope you enjoy it. How am I meant to say this without breaking down? I wouldn't tell. How am I meant to tell her she's still on my mind, even when she's not around? 'Cause she takes it all away. But it hurts me every time I have to lie and look in those eyes. Was the best plan of action pretending nothing happened? She takes it all away. Oh, this is the shameful things inside my brain, and she fills up all the space. Yeah, she takes it all That was cute.
That was okay.
That was cute. Do you think that was good? That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Okay. I hope that works. Oh, that's good.
Now, can you hear it?